Previously, on the BASIC server, we created the functions emit response, emit players to player and emit player in broadcast. We now return to the BASIC Network Manager script to create the corresponding functions to handle this feedback from the server. In BASIC Network Manager, go to the Connect to Server method and create 2 more callbacks to handle the messages, join success and spawn player sent by the server. Now we are going to create the onJoinGame function to handle the server's response to the client that started the game. In the data variable, we have stored the ID of the callback identified on the server as join success and the ID of the player previously packaged by the server in the emit response function. We created a new variable called randomPoint to draw a random point where the player will be spawned. Create a new instance of Cube Manager. In new player we will instantiate a new cube prefab that we created in the first lesson. Fill in the new player ID with the ID provided by the package that arrived from the server. Rename the local player's game object with your ID. Finally, we add the new player to the list of players in the room. Now we will create the onSpawnPlayer method, which has the function of spawning all other network players in the room one by one. Before spawning a new player from the network, we do a small check if the current player has already been instantiated. Basically we repeat the same procedure we used in the onJoin game method, creating a new instance of prefab cube, only now for the network player. We created a game build to test the players' spawn in the arena. Note that the prefab of the local player and network players are instantiated correctly in the scene.